It's the Yep Yeah Yes podcast with Marissa and Tamika.
Look, I'd rather be a gambler than a weedhead.
I walked in, sat down, had to leave, and violently vomited.
I'm not going down that hole. I'm not. Don't even try me. Not today, Satan. Not today. I value my friendship. You're the cream, and the coffee is life.
Life.
You bring cream to my life.
Ooh, I'm not sure.
Once a week for an hour.
Hey,
Hey,
how's your day going?
all right.
I like your shirt, by the way. Just noticed it.
Yeah, I've worn it during the pandemic. It's like a Mary J. tour shirt.
Mary J. Blige.
I think it might be like right after Share My World. I don't remember. I see her every time she goes on tour. So, this is the
But
only-
you don't always get a shirt, though.
No, this was like on the street. It was like $5. So,
That's the right price.
right, exactly.
So how's your cough?
Still got a cough, but it's not, it's not crazy.
Good. So I want to talk to you about something that I'm going to giggle the whole way, and it's because my nervousness. I always do that. I want to talk about celebrity. Well, not celebrity. It could be anybody, really. But them criminals, the arrests that kind of shocked us. And this was actually brought about because I never watched this show. So it was on Nickelodeon. It's Drake and Josh.
Right.
So Drake done got himself arrested. And I was like, oh, that's a bit of a shock. I thought it was all like
what's his real name?
his real name is Drake Bell.
Okay. So the show was named after his real name? Like, I don't know.
I think those shows do that a lot. They
No,
do
I
it by
think
their real name.
His name's not, it says it's Jared Bell.
Oh, Drake Jared Bell.
Oh, okay.
He goes by Drake.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, and then Josh Peck, so from Drake and Josh.
Yeah, like they were around, I think they were on TV when I was an adult. Like I wasn't trying to, like a kid show.
You was grown. The only thing I know about that show is like that meme that circulated a while ago. Well, like, I ain't calling you a truther. He's like, are you calling me a liar? Well, I ain't calling you a truther. And I don't know which one of them said it. It was like one of those memes that came about. Now watch, because I said it, you're gonna see this meme everywhere tomorrow.
Yeah, especially if he got arrested. What did he get arrested?
Yeah. Girl, buckle up. Allegedly, according to the Chicago Tribune, he pled not guilty for engaging in an inappropriate chat with a minor that at times was sexual in nature. So he was arrested with and charged with attempted endangering children, but he has pled not guilty. And I was like, oh, that took me by surprise. I see a little bit of indifference.
No, it's just like whenever you hear, like, whenever they have like the arrest of people that are involved in children, I just need them to come all the way out and say what it is. Like, yeah, the jargon is always like vague. Like, what does that even mean?
And that's the whole thing about this. So I believe legalese is very vague because it gives them authority to do whatever they want. He was probably at a club, met some girl, they spoke. I don't know how old he is, but she might have been 17.
He's like 34. But see, it could be that, or he propositioned a high schooler across the street from her school. It's like, we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. Give me the whole scenario.
Right. He could have been in using social, what do you call it? Not social media. Like, he could have slid in somebody's DMs.
Yeah.
Parents are letting their kids on Instagram at like 15, 14, young.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I need them to be like, come out and say specifically. But I guess in a way, they're also protecting themselves against lawsuits. If he decides,
Yeah.
you have to, I mean, I guess the American society is all about vagueness. So.
I'm the vaguest person I ever met, to be honest with you.
I agree.
Yeah, because I can answer you for 45 minutes and tell you nothing at the same time.
It's taken me 20 plus years in our friendship to like, when it comes to you, just be unbothered and just like, whatever, not even try.
Oh, about me?
Yeah.
Or that I am unbothered?
No, I am when it comes to you.
I see.
I used to stress myself out needing information, and I'm just like, whatever. Like, I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
Well, first of all, I don't know what you're talking about. Of the two of us that don't get information, that'd be you. Because whenever I'm like, so what'd they say? What were they wearing? What'd they do? And what happened? And you're like, I don't know. This is what they told me. I'm not invested for the rest. And I'm like,
well, that's two different things. That's two different things.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is like, I'm already a person like you just described. It's like, I don't know. I don't care. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to personal relationships, there are things that I want to know.
Got it.
Now I don't even pry. Mm-hmm. I don't even ask. Like when's the last time I was like, how's your marriage going? You guys good? Like, I don't even care anymore. But I used to want to know, like, how are y'all? Y'all good? He treating you right? Now I'm like, whatever. I don't care.
What's homeboy from last week? Dapper Don? Draper Don? Don Draper?
Oh, yeah, Don Draper.
Dr. Pepper, whatever his name is. Maybe.
Well, Don Draper wanted to know if we were into men.
So.
And Dr. Pepper, I don't know. Dr. Pepper wanted, whatever. We really gave them their 2 seconds of fame last week.
I still got to get my drink with Hannah, though.
Yeah. But I've just come to, like, I don't really, and it's not just you. I'm just saying with just in general. But because of your vagueness, I don't even try to, I don't feel like playing.
Yeah. But you know what's so funny though? I feel like you're drawn. I don't know if you're drawn or it just happens to be this way, but I find that you're around a lot of people that speak in code or vagueness and you're just like, eh.
Yeah, I don't care anymore. Like I used to care a little bit. Now I'm just like, I'm just too tired. Like, it takes a lot of effort to try to like, I already didn't care. Now I'm older and I'm like,
oh no.
So like, even like going back to this, like you came up with the topic and you're telling me about Drake Bell. Right. And probably when we first started the podcast, I would have been in my notebook, like writing notes about him. Now I'm like, whatever, I don't give a shit.
Why delve into it? I'm not looking to be a part of his fan club.
It's nice to be prepared for what you're
I see. Yeah.
I used to have notes on little things. Yeah. I just don't put as much effort anymore because I'm like, why?
Oh.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's just.
Damn, girl.
Maybe I'm just getting older. Anyway, so Drake Bell, is he in jail?
He got he's posted mugshot.
See, 4 years ago, I would have been like, he posted $450,000 bail. He home back in Malibu. Now I'm like, what's his name again? Like, I don't care.
Drake Bell.
Yeah.
Oh, he's only out on a $2,500 personal bond, and it's ordered him to have no contact with the alleged victim.
That's why I think it may not be a minor. Like it's a minor, but an older minor.
Right.
Maybe. I don't know. Whatever. I will say I did put some effort in. I don't know if you got it. Did you get the thing I sent you?
Yes.
So I did put a little effort in, I made a collage. So we can discuss if you'd like. Whoops. Did I make it big? There we go.
Okay.
Drake is this guy for everybody that's watching. He's got the blue shirt. It's an old picture. He had the Justin Bieber
hair.
Yeah.
A Nickelodeon kid.
Yeah.
All right. So Reese Witherspoon, I will say, caught me by surprise. She was arrested for disorderly conduct and it was caught on tape. Homegirl was twisted. Do you remember that? I
do. And it was shocking, not so much for what she was doing, because it's like you kind of expect all Hollywood celebrities to drink. And, but the fact that like she actually got arrested.
Yeah. And then she was like, do you know my name? You're about to find out who I am. She pulled one of those.
And her career has never been bigger. She's like, she's like for some people, an arrest makes you bigger. For other people, you're just like a pariah.
For regular folks.
But I think it has a lot to do with your own personal work ethic.
Okay.
Like if you're the type of person who's gonna sit around and wait for the jobs to come to you, or you're the type of person that's gonna go and create jobs for yourself. And she's a creator.
Oddly enough.
Why oddly?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. Also, one of the ones that was like probably the most shocking to me is the Asta Pistorius. Like the whole story, like dude got no legs and he's like shooting on his nubs from the bathroom and killed his girlfriend. Like what in the actual fuck?
Oh.
And then I think he's out. Like in South Africa, like the murder sentence is not like the same. It's like, I think he got like, I don't remember how many years, I can look it up, but like he didn't get like let's put it this way, Bill Cosby, who's also on this list, is going to serve more time.
So he's serving a 13-year jail sentence.
Okay.
For murdering his girlfriend. That was back in 2013. Well, he's only got a few years left. He started in 2013. Oh wait, no, hold on.
I think he got paroled already. Or maybe not. Maybe no, 2023 he's up for parole.
But damn, that whole thing was a mess. That whole like
it's weird. It's like, really?
Yeah, the whole thing is a bit shady and a bit
shocking.
Like shocking. Very shocking. I still don't understand the whole ins and outs. And I'm like, how are you sitting on the toilet shooting? Like, you ain't worried about your girlfriend. I don't know. And then why'd you do it?
Right.
Why'd you do it?
It's crazy. What do you got? Who do you got?
Okay. Bruno Mars.
Yeah,
arrested for cocaine possession. And then you see his shows and you're like, oh, all right.
Yeah, like I'm not like that one wasn't shocking. Like it's the same thing with Reese Witherspoon. It's like the arrest is the shocking part.
But no, she was arrested for shoplifting.
No, Reese Witherspoon.
Oh, Reese. I thought you said the other one.
Yeah, Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah.
It shocked me that you're drinking and like, do you know who I am? Belligerent.
Yes.
The arrest is a shocking part to me. Like, damn, they arrested her.
Yeah.
Like, Bruno Mars is like, don't all musicians sniff coke? But you got arrested. Like you're a sloppy cokehead. Like where are your people at?
Why?
Because you know how much you know what it takes to get arrested for cocaine use?
For cocaine possession, yeah.
Like you're being sloppy.
Yeah. There's more in the day of his arrest or the moment of his arrest because yeah, like cocaine possession, like that's what you got on him. I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird. And since you brought her up, Winona Ryder with the shoplifting.
Yes.
Like
and
really? Like really?
And like you see her in court the whole 9 yards, like shoplifting. What are you doing?
And she didn't
it was like
nothing like big. It was like
the total was estimated $4,760.
Oh, was it? Okay, I thought it was like a scarf or something.
Yeah, but she was at one Saks. She was at Saks. So probably one blazer was like $500.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And like, what for? Like, what did you?
Yeah, she said she was researching a role. Fuck out of here.
And then I think the least shocking on this list for me, and I probably shouldn't have put this person on there because like it wasn't like, oh my God, really? But Mike the Situation. Like, of course.
Yeah. We knew he was gonna get arrested.
Yeah, that
it was
wasn't
just
really
for
shocking.
what?
Yeah.
It was
that
just
wasn't
it was
shocking.
yeah.
Yeah. So that one I can put an X on him. It's like,
But
right.
but it's what was shocking to me is what it was for. Of all things, tax evasion. Of all things, has
Right?
Wesley Snipes not taught us anything?
Right?
Like, I really thought it would have been possession or
You ain't
battery.
Ja Rule and Fat Joe.
Yeah, they haven't taught us nothing.
That's crazy.
But I really thought it would be like possession, battery,
Right?
something like that.
Pills, something.
Yeah.
Tax evasion. Who you got next?
Hugh Grant.
That was shocking.
That was shocking. He was arrested with a sex worker 20 years ago, and the sex worker at the time was known as Divine. Is a transvestite, transgender?
No. I thought she was like a regular good old Black woman. Was she was trans?
Let me double check.
I don't think so.
Miss Divine. I love his mugshot too.
I think you're getting your celebrities mixed up.
I'm getting my white
They're
men.
all like little. Getting
my white men confused.
Yeah, I don't think she was.
Oh, Divine is not a transgender.
No.
Who was the one that was arrested with the transgender woman?
I don't know. There's been a few.
Eddie
no,
you know who it was?
Over.
The basketball guy.
What basketball guy?
Kendra Wilkinson's husband.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about them. That's right.
Hank Basket.
Yeah, I forgot about them. Listen,
he was the one
going back in reality TV world.
That's the only way I know him.
She had to show Kendra on top.
Yeah. So Hugh Grant arrested with a sex worker. Like, really? Do you know how many people would have thrown that to you? But I guess Divine was Divine.
Yep. And I think his career kind of blossomed a little bit after that. And you know who else's career, I wouldn't say blossomed, but solidified himself in the late night wars, because remember he went on Jay Leno, Jay Leno at the time was losing to David Letterman in the ratings.
Yes.
And Hugh Grant went on his show, and from there on, he was number one every night. Even after Letterman, who's not on here, remember when he confessed to having an affair with several employees?
Yes.
Like, if that happened today in 2021, oh my gosh.
I think that's why he did it.
Well, no, he didn't know what 2021 was gonna.
No, I think. But he was very good at reading, like, the pulse and the waters. You know, I know his caricature was like this dumb man, but I think he was very smart. I think he could really read the temperature, and I think it was one of those, if I say it, I control it. Right. Let me do that. Because look at him now with his Netflix shows. I mean, they're fantastic.
I know.
He wouldn't have gotten, like, look at the other guy. He doesn't have the same opportunity.
Who?
But he'll Jay Leno.
Yeah,
but
doing his fucking, like, nobody cares about your cars.
Not at all. Not even a little bit. And even car people don't care about his cars.
Right.
But do you think that happened because of that late night issue with him and Conan O'Brien, him retiring and coming back? And do you think that was like really a really salty thing that people just like?
The whole thing was salty because you got to take it back to, what was the guy that was there before him? The older guy that retired. Johnny Carson. Because if you remember, I don't know if you remember, but David Letterman was supposed to take over for Johnny Carson. And Jay signed a contract that said that he was taking over, but nobody knew. And so then David Letterman ended up leaving, and it was just a whole mess. You got to watch the Late Night Wars on CNN. It's pretty okay. It's a good document, like 5 parts or something like that. So moving along, another one that I wouldn't say is shocking. It's shock. The rest is shocking to me because it's like, if Me Too hadn't happened, I don't think it would have. And this is for two of the people on this list. But if
I'm trying to figure out.
If Me Too
Wait,
hadn't happened, I think these two people, three people, at least, I don't know who the third person you're talking about, but if Me Too hadn't happened, I don't think these people would be in jail. I think they'd be still roaming the street and creating. And that would be R. Kelly and Bill Cosby.
You don't think not Tiger Woods, right? He wasn't like.
No, he was arrested for drunk driving.
Yeah, no, okay, yeah. Sorry.
He didn't get arrested for the affair he had, because they were legal.
No.
They weren't. He got arrested for drunk driving. And remember, his wife came out and hit the car hit the. Bill gets it.
Wait, yeah. So Bill Cosby and R. Kelly.
Like, for real, like, we're not shocked by R. Kelly. All you got to do is listen to his lyrics.
Exactly.
But that's not too shocking. It's the arrest that's shocking to me. Like, damn, they really did it. And it's because of the documentary too, when you think about it. That documentary that came out, I think it was on Lifetime.
Yeah, because he was like, all this was very well known for a long time. Video footage and everything, and they still did not arrest him.
He told people who he was. When people tell you who they are, believe them.
Yes.
He married
always listen.
15. I mean,
yeah. So
Bill Cosby was shocking in both aspects.
And now, do we? Who's the guy? Michael Che? Who's the comedian that?
No, it wasn't Michael Che. It was starts with a P. The guy from Pennsylvania.
Yes, that he kept talking about it, and it was like at first it was funny, but then you're like, wait, hold up a second here.
Right.
Like, how is this so true?
Hannibal Buress.
Hannibal, yes, Hannibal. And he was on SNL too, right?
No. I don't think so. No, he's just a regular comedian from Philly. He was he was on 30 Rock, I think.
Right.
Anyway.
But he
used to put him in his stand-up and call him a racist. And eventually, Me Too happened. That's what I'm saying. I think the Me Too movement is really the downfall of both of them.
Yeah.
But like Malcolm X said, the chickens will come home to roost.
Ooh.
That.
Who do I want to pick now? Let's go with Martha Stewart.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out, am I shocked by it, or I don't know. Because it's securities fraud. So they claim that she was at a party, right?
Right.
Heard proprietary information. Next day dumped all of her stocks, which created a plummet for the company. Investors, stockholders, even people that work there. And people ended up losing their jobs because of her one thing. The claim is because of her one thing.
Really quick, I'm not shocked by what she did. Rich people,
insider trading.
That's fucking things that rich people do.
But and that's the thing. So why is she the one that's getting arrested for it? There are more people involved.
Most people are smart enough not to get caught on a phone call or whatever. You go out, you go to Tavern on the Green, you have a martini at a table in the corner, and that's it.
Yeah.
She didn't do that. I mean, she could have had a dinner party and talked about it in the corner of her house.
Yeah.
I was shocked that she was arrested and went to jail. Like Martha Stewart. But talk about a glow up after that. I mean,
and with that show with Snoop is the greatest cooking show ever. She is shady. You want to talk about shady? She is like, she had another show while the pandemic was in the thick of the throes. It was a show about her, and she was quarantining with like a bunch of people from her staff. I don't know, friends. And it was a cooking show, and it was her gardening, cooking. It was all very Martha Stewart like, and it was so well done, so funny. but she was also very like, I don't know if it's age or she now just like, what else are you gonna do to me? But not only was she quick-witted, shady, throwing shade, catching shade, all of it.
I love it.
Is, yeah. The thing that like got me the most was like DJ Khaled was on with Snoop and Martha, and they were like, so what do you like to eat? And he's like, egg whites. And she looks over, she's like, it looks like you like a little bit more than those egg whites over there though.
Yeah,
and it's like you see Snoop's face is like, oh shit, Martha.
pretty fucked up. Pretty fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Lilo Brancato.
Oh yes.
That to me was shocking. The guy from the Bronx Tale. And what's that other movie he did? It was another movie he did. I can't remember. But anyway, he was like a drug addict, and he like, didn't he kill someone? Or he was with somebody and the person ended up dead.
Yes.
I mean, I didn't expect any of that. And then when I saw him, I was like, wow, he, when you don't see somebody for a while and then they grow up.
Right.
And then you see them and you are like, okay. So I'm going to read what you call said. They said he originally got pulled over for having a rear brake light out and found he had an expired registration. He gave police permission to look in the cigarette box where they found 4 bags of heroin. Like, really, bro? 6 months later in the Bronx, he was trying to rob. They were trying to rob for drugs or whatever, and he got sentenced to 10 years in prison. So he was released in 2013.
So he's a full-on Bronx Tale.
Right?
Like really, the movie that really put you on, you do this into the Bronx, no less. He was in A Bronx Tale, Crimson Tide, Renaissance Man, Enemy of the State. I mean, his IMDb.
Yeah, he had a few movies, and I really I felt like in The Bronx Tale, it was like, that's my shit.
That's such a great movie, right?
Yep. But cocaine's a hell of a drug. Well, heroin's a hell of a drug. He says he's sober since he's been released from jail. Hopefully he is. And wish him well. Oh, The Sopranos. That's where I knew him from, because he was on The Sopranos too. Towards the I don't remember how. Maybe like the first season. But anyway, so yeah, that was crazy. We only got a few more. Who
LilKim.
Okay.
First of all, I feel like that is such a bullshit thing to do to her. Of all the people to do this to, you're gonna do this to LilKim. I'm shocked and still appalled. So LilKim was sentenced to a year in prison, fined $50,000 for keeping her damn mouth shut. I'm not even gonna say what it says, but there was a shootout outside of a Manhattan radio station, and she minded her damn business, and they had the nerve to fine her and arrest her. I mean,
she had, and she kept her mouth shut.
So, I mean,
true ride or die.
Yeah, you riding, I'm riding.
What in your corner?
Right? But then you got the, like, she minded her own business.
Yep.
And then get out of here.
Crazy.
Ugh.
I'm gonna go with Jussie Smollett. Like, really, bro? Like, do you believe that he was arrested and then let go? And I think they said that they're still gathering evidence to bring him back in. But he said that he was attacked by MAGA supporters, and a noose was put around his neck, and he was beat up. And then they found the people, and it was like 2 Jamaicans that appeared on the show, or Africans, I don't know.
Oh, Jesse.
What do you think? He said he said he's telling the truth. He's not lying. It was true. What do you think?
He's still saying that.
He claims innocence.
Well, listen, at this point, stick with the story, man.
There's a special that for what do you call it? 2020 on ABC. Did you see the previews for that? I didn't get a chance to watch it, but it was the real life Gone Girl. They kept saying she did not fake her kidnapping, and the police didn't believe her, and they were like, we believe it's Gone Girl. They were saying all this stuff. They arrested the husband, and he's like, I had nothing to do with it. She's really missing. And then they actually found the kidnapper who confessed, and the police never issued an apology. And they ended up settling for like $2 million. But the police ended up issuing an apology for this special in 2020.
Wow.
Because of situations like that, where you're like, could Jesse be telling the truth? Like, are we ever going to know? But my thing is, like, somebody pointed out, like, somebody puts a noose around your neck and you're just going to walk around your apartment and never take it off. You keep it on, waiting for the cops to come. Like, I guess if your mind is not, you can rationalize it as somebody watching it.
Like in shock. I mean, yeah, you could argue for it and against it. Because like in one way, you're in shock, you're not thinking. And then the other way, it's just like, that don't look right.
Come on, son.
Come on, son.
Yeah.
This one's a twofa.
Okay.
I can't remember homegirl's name in the corner, but Laurie Laughlin.
And oh shoot, I had it too. Oh man, I'll go ahead and talk about it.
They were arrested. Felicity Huffman and Laurie Laughlin were arrested and sentenced for a college admissions scandal. They agreed to pay bribes totaling $500,000 for college acceptances for their children.
Are you shocked by what they did and the arrest, or one or the other?
Both, because I feel like people like that never see the inside of a jail cell. I feel like they never get charged.
You're shocked that they did it, and you're shocked that they were arrested.
I'm not shocked that they did it. I'm shocked that they actually got arrested and had to pay for their crimes.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. But damn, can you imagine, like, that's your parent? Like, how do you feel? I have very deep-seated insecurities on how my parents viewed me or view me. So I would forever feel like the most gigantic dumbass. But at the same time, I would also feel like a dumbass if, like, I know Laurie Laughlin's daughter is still claiming that she had no clue what her parents did.
I mean, it's possible, but it didn't seem possible.
Yeah, it is possible, but it's not likely. So, like, are you a dumbass for not knowing, allegedly? Or are you a dumbass because your parents really had to, like, $500,000 to get you into a school? Like,
well, see, the thing, like, I'm choosing to focus on the crime committers and not who they did the crime for. No, yes, we should be focusing on that, but I'm just thinking as a child, as a daughter. Right. I think my mom would do anything for me. And I think she would do things for me that I would not know about. Yeah. But would they be illegal? I don't think so.
I hope not. Yeah.
I believe that my mother has enough confidence in my abilities to not have to, like, bribe somebody, like, just, you know.
Yeah, like, maybe that ain't for you, boo. Like, you didn't put in the work over here. What makes you think you're gonna put the work over there?
Like, they could have went to any college.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of college, not any college, but there's a lot of colleges that would have just took them with just pay the tuition.
Yeah. Like, what's USC? Why is that so important?
I mean, well, school, like, I don't even look at that school as like you're going to pay all that money to USC, really?
Right? And, like, what were you going to do after homegirl Laurie Laughlin's daughter with her blog and makeup?
Well, here's the thing. This is a conversation that a lot of white people don't want to have. A degree for them matters so much more than a degree for minorities. And I am a walking testament of that. You know what I mean? So you're saying, what would they do with that? Like, in my opinion, like having a degree on your resume for a white person is 10 times more bigger, or I can't think of the word, than for a minority having a degree. It matters more. Like if their resume is in front of you, you're going to be like, well, they both, yeah, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what I'm saying to, like, what were the career aspirations after USC to say that you had to go to USC? Like, you're trying to hawk makeup and skincare and all this other stuff on your website.
For the father's company.
Yeah, that's true.
Not nepotism. You can give her a presidential title without them saying it's nepotism. Like, well, she has an education to back it up.
But damn, like, you went through, but you know how stupid you look after all of this?
Right.
Like, you got to think of the long game, man.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I agree. But I think that's one of the things that I'm not trying to make everything about race, but everything is always about race when you're a Black person. And so for me, I just feel like whether she wanted to be a blogger or not, probably the end game when she turns 40, 50 years old would be something to do with her father's company. And how much easier would it be to justify making her take over the company with a degree from USC, as opposed to a minority with a master's from,
you're right,
some no-name college, Long Island University.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
no, you're right. I see that. I see your point.
Okay, so we're gonna move on real quick. We'll go to like the OJ shit. Like, really, and then okay, which arrest, right? First of all, they both were shocking to me. And what he did was both shocking to me.
Yeah.
But the arrest for the second, okay, the arrest for killing his wife and his wife's quote unquote girlfriend, like, boyfriend. Yeah, he should be arrested. Like, all the evidence pointed to him.
But the thing is, he served the crime for the wrong.
Right. So they're gonna arrest him for stealing his own shit back. And he spent years.
Yes. So he went to jail for the wrong thing.
Right. And we know that it had nothing to do. It's like when people win an Oscar, it's like they didn't win for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Al Pacino won for Son of a Woman. He should have won for The Godfather.
The Son of a Woman was not even that good of a movie.
I never even saw it. Okay.
But don't waste your time.
What I'm saying, right? It's like,
but Denzel, and then like
Denzel won for Training Day. He should have won for Malcolm X.
And for Training Day. And for. No, right. But I'm just saying, you're giving it at the wrong time. But yeah.
Right. And so that's what I think with OJ. It's like, oh, we can't get him on murder, but we're gonna get him, for stealing his own shit.
His own stuff. His own stuff.
That is like getting high in your own supply shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, that was crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you do we said Tiger. We mentioned a little bit. We don't need to talk about it more, but I'll let you mention the last person we have on this list.
So Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Arrested for assault and battery.
Correct. What do you?
I gotta tell you, I was quite shocked.
Right.
I was shocked and appalled both at the same time, to be honest with you. I just don't understand. I don't understand how a person can physically assault another one, like, especially like in a romantic involvement. Like, domestic violence to me is I just don't have words for that. Like, you cold clocked this bitch right in the car. Her face was fucked up. And that wasn't the first time. So, like, really?
On top of that, remember during that time, people were like low-key blaming her?
Yes. And that to me says that's the bigger disgusting or whatever the word is. That's the more appalling part of it, because they're like, oh, I bet she was wild. She's slick in the mouth. But I don't care how wild or slick in the mouth she is. She's like, her words hurt you that much, princess? Right. Like, you really couldn't take. But But, and here's the thing though, is when it comes to him, is there forgiveness? Is there an ability for us to move on and see past him just being, you know?
I think anybody can be forgiven when you show contrition. I don't feel like he's ever really shown. But
No.
does he owe it to the public or does he owe it to her?
First and foremost to
She
her, but
forgave
at
him.
the same
She
time,
forgave him.
yeah, but at this, because I think for her, it was more, she did forgive him.
Remember they started dating again?
Yeah.
Like a year later after he got out of jail? They showed up at like a Knicks game, front row. And then remember those videos or pictures they took where he was like laying on the bed naked and she's like, actually, I think they were stolen out of a phone. I never believed celebrities' phones being hacked, but okay. But
yeah,
like, so maybe did he owe an apology to the public? Do any of these celebrities owe apologies to the public?
Well, I think there's varying degrees of celebrity that do owe a certain amount of apology, because if you're going to go around and you're asking people for their hard-earned money, and you're going around on these talk shows and things like that, and yeah, I get that you don't want to talk about it and you want it in the past, but I think people need closure. They need to see a certain amount of growth.
Right.
So if you're you know, if you're an entertainer and you're asking me for my hard-earned money, there's a certain amount of something. I want to give it to you and I want to feel like I spend it on something wise. So yeah, I do think he owes the world an apology. I think he owes females, especially at that time, an apology. I think he owes men an apology, because just the world as a whole needs to do better. And we can't look at that and use it as examples.
Like, so we have someone like on the polar opposite is like Bill Cosby, who abused in another way, convicted of abuse in another way. And he had an opportunity to get early parole, but refused to admit that he did any wrongdoing. So do you have any like kind of like, maybe he didn't do it? Like he has an opportunity to get out of jail and he refuses. He's like, I didn't do it.
I think he feels like he didn't do anything wrong because he doesn't feel like what he did was wrong.
Right. That's a difference between what is wrong and guilt, admitting guilt.
Right.
But the only problem that I have with the Bill Cosby thing, and you know, he should do his time. He's convicted. The only problem I have is that like this shit from like the 70s. He got convicted for shit like but pre-Cosby show.
Yeah.
Like, you know how many people would be in jail if they got the same type of treatment?
Right? I thought there was a statute of limitations for certain things, but
I guess not with that.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Anyway. Crazy. These celebrities, man. And now really quick, I know, you know, we made it all about celebrities, but is there well, no, I don't know nobody in my life been arrested.
That was arrested for something utterly devastating and shocking. Yes, I know someone, and I'm still utterly devastated and shocked.
Is it something you can bring up or not really?
Oh, we've talked about this before. We have a mutual friend who did something that
okay, right. Yeah.
I don't understand.
Shout out. But we had a conversation with this person together, and you know, we ain't co-signing on shit. But it goes back to like with the Chris Brown thing. Like it wasn't done to us, but the apology mattered to us.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah,
I have a cousin that was arrested for something, and it's not that I forgive him or don't forgive him. I don't believe I'm owed an apology, but this cousin viewed my mom as a cash cow, would say how much money he made and things he bought. But then when my mother was around, while it was dry, couldn't do anything, couldn't do nothing. And I know like this is the Puerto Rican plague. The Puerto Rican plague is that they're haters and they always claim to have money when they don't. And then they claim that they're broke when they are not. But whatever. It's the Puerto Rican plague.
Right.
Yes, it's the Puerto Rican plague. It's never like, I'm fine, I'm good, whatever, I'm comfortable. He would boast about all the money that he's got and everything he's buying and all his toys. But as soon as my mom was around, my wallet's dry. I can't do that. I can't afford it. I can't pay for this. And I don't know if it has to do with like the crime and punishment, because I don't know, but I'm not shocked. I'm not appalled. I'm like, you were a spoiled brat when we were kids. You're still a spoiled brat as an adult. And I just hope at some point in your life you grow up.
Right. I think with me, I have a relative that was arrested for murdering his wife and the person she was having an affair with.
Ooh.
He went to jail for life, but life back then was like 20 years.
Like 20 to life and did the 20 like that? Like,
right. And so he ended up, spending 50 years free out after he served, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Anyway.
All right, homie.
All right. Give me 1 second. It's really hard trying to produce this shit and, anyway.
Talk at the same time, right? It's like ridiculous.
Yes.
Marissa's musings.
So we're at the end of the school year and we have kids who are now going to be looked at as adults. So you graduating high school seniors, this message is for you. And it ties into the theme of today's shocking arrests. Now that you're no longer kids, well, some of you will always be looked at as kids who were there at the wrong time. And some of you will be looked at a thug, an adult, was always destined for that path. Take a moment, think about your future. Take inventory of who you're around and what you're looking to do. I know having fun is the best thing. You're not thinking about when you're 45 and your knees hurt and your shoulders hurt and it's hard to get up. Much less are you looking for when your 401k, your retirement, and your Social Security paycheck have to come in. But all I implore you to do is, yes, have your fun. Yes, try stupid things. You have a safety net right now and keep it. Make good choices. Think about your future. Look at the people around you. If they're not uplifting you, yes, be silly. But if they're not uplifting you, taking your keys away when you need them taken away. If you're not the one taking keys away when someone else needs them to be taken away. When you're the type of person to say, are you going to be staticky or are you going to be the person to say, this is not what we need to do right now. We're here to have a good time. Remember, some of you are young kids that were there for the wrong time and some of you are not. Some of you are just a thug. They're going to find that picture where you're not looking great. And that's going to be the one that's shown on all those media outlets. So take a deep breath, take a moment, have fun. This is a snapshot of your life that you're never going to get back. And I want you to enjoy it to its fullest. But to keep your safety net and hold it tight. Don't let this be one where we have a shocking arrest and we're talking about you next year. So with that, good luck. Enjoy your future. Don't get arrested.
Holla.
So Tamika.
Yes.
Where can they catch us?
Well, they can catch us at the Yep Yeah Yes podcast, as you can see behind us. If you're watching, the Yep Yeah Yes podcast via Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Yep Yeah Yes 18 can be on Twitter and Instagram. Can find us on all your streaming platforms. Just ask whatever device you utilize to please play the podcast. And, we're there. We're everywhere. Leave us a comment. We just might speak about you. And all the celebrities out there that are listening, because we know all you celebrities just love our show. You got on YouTube and you were like, yes, I love the Yep Yeah Yes podcast with Marissa and Tamika. Holla. So all you celebrities out there, think, or you might be talked about on a Yep, Yeah, Yes podcast. No arrests in 2021. No arrests.
Let this be the summer of the no arrest,
The
please.
summer of no arrest. The summer of clean living, no drugs.
Yes.
Although, alcohol is good.
Yeah. With moderation, everything in moderation.
Let it be the summer of family and friends, barbecue, from letting people know that you love them. Hug somebody you ain't hugged in a minute.
Yes.
If you don't want to get vaccinated, that's fine. Just just take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, take
care of yourself.
You have a friend that's trying to start something, support it.
Right.
Listen,
and no judgment. If somebody's wearing a mask, don't judge them. If they're not wearing a mask, don't
judge them.
Just, be open, free, loving, no shootings.
Mind your business.
That's all we saying. That's all we ask.
That's it.
We in the Yep, Yeah, Yes podcast. We about love, light. That's how we are.
That's it.
Anyway.
All right, homie.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.